Many young people in Africa dream of a better life. They look out over the vast ocean, their eyes filled with hope and determination. They imagine a future where their dreams can come true, where opportunities are abundant, and where they can build a life of prosperity and happiness. They see Europe as a land of opportunity, a place where they can escape the hardships they face at home. The allure of European cities, with their promise of good jobs and a better standard of living, is strong. They study maps and posters, dreaming of the day they can set foot on European soil. In their minds, Europe represents a brighter future, a place where they can find meaningful work and achieve their goals. They gather in groups, discussing their plans and sharing their hopes for what lies ahead. The dream of a better life fuels their determination and gives them the courage to take the first step. Driven by poverty, lack of jobs, and sometimes even conflict, they decide to leave everything behind and embark on a dangerous journey, hoping to reach the shores of Europe. Saying goodbye to their families is heart-wrenching, but the promise of a better future keeps them moving forward. What they often don't realize is that this journey is fraught with danger, and the reality they find in Europe is often very different from the dream they chased. The overcrowded boats, the rough seas, and the constant threat of disaster are just the beginning of the challenges they face. This journey is not for the faint of heart. It requires immense strength, resilience, and an unwavering belief in the possibility of a better life. They traverse harsh terrains, climb steep hills, and endure countless hardships along the way. It's a journey filled with risks, uncertainties, and often heartbreaking loss. Many find themselves exhausted, resting on roadsides or in overcrowded migrant camps, their faces etched with the pain and struggle of their journey. It's a journey that reveals the extraordinary lengths people will go to for a chance at a better life, and the incredible acts of kindness and solidarity that emerge in the face of adversity. They help each other through difficult terrains, cross dangerous rivers, and support one another in their quest for a new beginning. But the harsh realities that await them on the other side can be overwhelming. Many arrive in Europe only to find themselves lost and facing tough living conditions. The dream they chased often feels out of reach, and the struggle for a better life continues. This is the story of those who dare to dream, those who risk it all for a chance at a better tomorrow. Their journey is a testament to the human spirit, to the power of hope, and to the unyielding desire for a brighter future. These young migrants stand together, looking towards the horizon with determined expressions. They share their dreams with each other, finding strength in their shared experiences and in the hope that one day their dreams will become a reality. The journey to Europe is often long and dangerous. Many young Africans, desperate to escape the hardships of their home countries, risk their lives crossing the Mediterranean Sea in overcrowded, rickety boats. They are often lured by smugglers who promise a safe passage, only to be abandoned at sea or packed into vessels that are barely seaworthy. The Mediterranean, once a cradle of civilization, has become a watery graveyard for countless dreams. It stands as a stark symbol of the desperation driving African youth to risk everything for a chance at a better life. The journey across this vast expanse of water is a testament to their resilience, but also a tragic reminder of the human cost of inequality and despair. Imagine being crammed into a small, flimsy boat with dozens, sometimes even hundreds of other people. The boat rocks precariously with every wave, and you can feel the tension in the air. Everyone is holding on to whatever they can, trying to maintain their balance. The fear of capsizing is ever present, and the uncertainty of what lies ahead only adds to the anxiety. There's barely enough space to stand, let alone breathe. The heat is stifling, and the lack of ventilation makes it even worse. People are packed so tightly that it's impossible to move without bumping into someone else. The sense of claustrophobia is overwhelming, and the only thing that keeps you going is the hope of reaching a safer place. The air is thick with the smell of sweat, fear, and desperation. You can see the worry etched on everyone's faces. The silent prayers, the whispered reassurances. Each wave that hits the boat sends a ripple of panic through the crowd. The journey is not just physically exhausting, but mentally draining as well. Now imagine this boat, tossed about by the waves of the vast Mediterranean Sea, without enough life jackets for everyone on board. The sea is unforgiving, and the weather can change in an instant. A sudden storm can turn the already perilous journey into a fight for survival. The lack of proper navigation tools means that the boat is at the mercy of the elements. This is the reality for many African migrants risking their lives to reach Europe. They embark on this dangerous journey with the hope of finding a better life, escaping war, poverty, and persecution. But the path to a new beginning is fraught with danger, and many never make it to their destination. These boats, unfit for the open sea, are often overloaded, making them highly susceptible to capsizing. The overcrowding not only makes the journey uncomfortable, but also significantly increases the risk of disaster. A single misstep or a large wave can tip the balance, sending everyone into the water. The lack of basic safety equipment like life jackets means that even a small mishap can quickly turn into a tragedy. Without life jackets, the chances of survival in the open sea are slim. Many cannot swim, and even those who can are no match for the powerful currents and waves. It's a deadly combination that has claimed countless lives and continues to pose a grave threat to those desperate enough to make the journey. The sea is littered with the remnants of these tragic voyages, and the shores are marked by memorials for those who never made it. The journey is a testament to the human spirit's resilience and the lengths people will go to for a chance at a better life. The journey across the Mediterranean is as perilous as it is uncertain. Every year, thousands of migrants embark on this treacherous voyage, driven by the hope of a better future. They leave behind war, poverty, and persecution, seeking safety and opportunity in Europe. However, the sea is unforgiving and the risks are immense. The overcrowded boats, battered by waves and often carrying more weight than they are designed to handle, are prone to capsizing. These vessels are usually unseaworthy, hastily put together by smugglers who prioritize profit over human lives. The migrants, desperate and with no other options, have no choice but to trust these flimsy boats. The lack of life jackets means that even those who can swim have little chance of survival if the boat goes down. Many migrants cannot swim, making the situation even more dire. In the chaos of a capsizing, panic ensues, and the chances of survival diminish rapidly. Tragically, accidents are all too common. The Mediterranean has claimed countless lives, turning dreams of a new beginning into nightmares. Rescue operations are often too late or too few, unable to keep up with the sheer number of emergencies. News reports frequently show images of capsized boats and rescue efforts pulling bodies from the water. These harrowing scenes are a stark reminder of the perilous nature of the journey and the high human cost involved. Each life lost represents a shattered dream, a family torn apart, and a stark reminder of the human cost of this dangerous journey. The personal belongings that wash ashore tell stories of hope, love, and loss, making the tragedy even more poignant. The Mediterranean Sea has become a graveyard for countless migrants, a tragic testament to the desperate measures they are forced to take for a chance at a better life. Memorials and graves stand as silent witnesses to their courage and the ultimate price they paid in their quest for a brighter future. In Section 5, A New Continent, an uphill battle, the struggle for acceptance. Those who survive the treacherous journey and reach European shores often face another set of challenges. They find that the promised land isn't quite as welcoming as they had hoped. The reality of being a migrant, especially one from Africa, sets in. They encounter language barriers, cultural differences, and often outright discrimination. Navigating this new world without support networks or a familiar face can be a daunting and isolating experience. The struggle to integrate, to find their footing in a society that often views them with suspicion or prejudice, becomes a daily battle. The dream of Europe, once a beacon of hope, can quickly turn into a harsh reality check. Section 6, trapped in low-wage jobs, the myth of easy money. Many migrants arrive in Europe with dreams of securing well-paying jobs that will allow them to build a better future for themselves and their families back home. However, the reality is often far from the dream. Lacking proper documentation, facing language barriers, and often discriminated against, many find themselves relegated to the fringes of the job market. They end up working long hours in physically demanding and low-paying jobs that most Europeans wouldn't even consider. Construction sites, cleaning services, and the informal economy become their reality, a far cry from the aspirations that fueled their journey across the Mediterranean. Section 7. broken promises, the harsh reality of financial struggles. The low wages earned in these jobs barely cover the cost of living in many European countries. The dream of sending money back home, of supporting their families and lifting them out of poverty often turns into a distant dream. Migrants find themselves trapped in a cycle of survival, barely able to make ends meet, let alone save enough to send home or build a better life for themselves. The financial struggles are compounded by the constant fear of being caught working illegally, which could lead to deportation and shatter their dreams completely. The promise of a better life in Europe, the dream that fueled their perilous journey, often turns into a bitter struggle for survival. Section 8, A Long Way from Home, the emotional toll of migration. The journey to Europe and the struggles faced upon arrival take a heavy toll on the mental and emotional well-being of African migrants. Separated from their families, their culture, and everything familiar, they grapple with feelings of isolation, loneliness, and homesickness. The trauma of the journey, the loss of loved ones, and the constant struggle for survival leave deep scars. Many struggle with depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder. The dream of a better life in Europe often comes at a heavy emotional cost, a price that continues to be paid long after they have reached their destination.